Okay, here I am back again. This is I don't even know what episode this is, but it'll be in the title. Last time we talked, I was going to finish this flap, and it was the last one in the signature. Well, since then, I've been going through the book and realized my signatures are way too thick, so I've split them into 3. And I added some tabs. These are part of the kit and I wanted to use them. So each signature will have 5 tabs. There's 15 in total, so I figured use them all. And anyway, let's flip through and see where we're at. I did add some journal words. They're also part of the kit. I am supplementing with other journal words from, I think, Vintage Stuff kits. They're the same, basically the same ones, so I have a whack load of them. And yeah, you know, you need to start using stuff. Okay, so this is even the layout's a little different, I think. Okay, I haven't done this envelope, so I have to do that. I had to print another envelope since I have 3 signatures now. Okay, so that flap is completely done. And I don't think there's anything else in here. Oh, I did print some note paper. And what I've done is I've added it to the Graceful Women add-on kit. And anyone who bought that kit will receive an email with the updated file. So there's 2, obviously 2 on a page. And I've done them opposite, so one's facing. Okay, so opposite directions. I just like it better, you know, in the longer belly band rather than a smaller piece of ephemera, which tends to slide out. Okay, so yeah, I'm right. That's that. So this is the last flap, and then we have to do the envelope, and then that signature is completed. So I've gone ahead and prepped some stuff. Because you know me, I talk too much. I'm going to use a bunch of trim. I've cut this out. I have one of those punches. We Are Memory Keepers. And it just punches this little hook, envelope closure type thing. And I didn't want to use a traditional envelope, and I had some leftover paper, so I inked it up. There's not going to be anything on the inside because it will be a journaling spot, but I do want to add some trim. But before I do that, let's do this. This is the other side of this die. So when it cuts out, that's the edge part. And I liked it, so I thought, you know, let's just go ahead and ink it up and see if I still like it to lay down as a mat. So the thing was, I hadn't really done anything higher than the flips, which I usually do, but you know, I did want to be a little bit different. And then I thought, you know, I haven't done any in this book, so let's do at least 1. Might end up doing 2 somewhere along the line, but 1 for now. Okay, so my idea was I was going to glue this down and leave a tuck spot there. Let me just get my hole punch, because I think I do want a tab. Now, do I want it this way? Yeah, I think so. If I do it that way, it kind of, yeah. I think it suits the page better. Yeah, boy, that didn't work. Sometimes, you know, sometimes. Let's just see if I can slide it out of here, because I don't want to double cut it. There we go. I'll just use my scissors. Get a cleaner cut. Otherwise, you're going to end up with fuzzies. And it may not be perfect, but that's what ink is for. Let's just trim that out a little bit. Okay. Now that I can see it better, I can't leave things alone. You guys know this. I think that's a bit better. Okay. Close that up. So let's go ahead and do that. I'm using the glue stick a lot more. It does give you a nice flat finish here. Now, just be careful about how wide I'm going to make this. I think that's good right there. Okay, so that will be slider, and then I wanted to put this on here, and I want this trim on here. And I'm thinking there, and then to balance that, I thought I would add a little trim at the top. I think that'll work. Now I don't need the glue stick for that. And let's see, I've got a line right here in the paper. So I will follow the line and hopefully it'll be straight. You can lay down a ruler and just glue above the ruler. Works really good. Okay. Sorry, I gotta get this out of the way. And I think, let me turn it sideways. Oh, Dingledorf. It's got to come down a bit. This glue sticks pretty fast. Excuse me, I don't know why I'm losing my voice here. Probably because I haven't really talked a lot this morning. You guys are going to get an earful. No, I'm kidding. I hate it when things are crooked. Really, really annoys. Come on, you stinker. There we go. Okay. So put that on there. Let's move it away and move that away. And open this up. And I would never use a glue stick to put down ribbon or anything like that. I don't think it's strong enough. Okay. Slide it down a little bit. I think it's pretty straight. Let's flip it over and see. Yeah, I think so. Now, I want a little touch of glue under here. So that stays. And then trim that off. That looks good. Okay. Now, if I put this here, let's give it the same width on top and bottom and side to side. And then what I wanted to do was glue it so that you had a top little tuck spot as well. Yep. So gonna go right about there. Paper towel, where did I put it? There it is. So make sure you keep that part up, otherwise it'll probably glue down. Alright, so I think that balances that out. I didn't ink this, or did I? Doesn't look too ink to me, so I'll just add a little bit more ink. That's a little better. Okay. And I'm probably going to add a little decorative piece on there. I'm not sure what yet. I did cut all the butterflies out in the kit. That took forever. And I cut all the tabs and I cut all the words. Oh, I could add one of these, couldn't I? I found I had printed out another sheet. I didn't like the first one, so the words themselves turned out okay. No, that's not gonna work for me. This one's smaller. No, don't like it. I'll come back to that. Let's go back to that. Okay, now this side. What I planned on doing was, I cut these out together so they'd match exact, and I wanted to glue them together for sturdiness. That's it. Because when you cut something out with a die, you can't see it on camera, but it does give you an impression on the one side. This part sticks out, this part sinks in, and it just looks flimsy to me, so I wanted to glue these together like so, because they are going to stick up, right? I want to do it like this. So let's go ahead and glue these together. Okay, make sure I get it right here. Yeah, so this one. Oh, I thought of another tutorial, and I really should write it down because I'm going to forget what it was I wanted to play with. It actually is left in my mind right at the moment, but I know it will return at some point in the day, and then I will write it down and work on that. I'm trying to do more tutorials. People have been asking for them. It's just that, you know, sometimes it's really hard to think of new things to do. I think it's such a great idea that what Gail has done is people send her in different ephemera pieces that they've made, and then she copies them. Her version. And I think that's great. There's you tons of ideas, so that would be great if you guys did that. Because honestly, I get so dry in the brain, you know, and then it takes me a while, and all I can focus on, I'm not the type I can do like multiple things. I can multitask really well, but multiple projects, no, I don't do multiple projects. I can't. That would really stress me out. So I just don't. So I tend to be really focused, get one project done before I move on. The only thing I can do is design, because I usually do that at night when my husband's watching TV. I'll put my headset on, and sometimes I'll watch a show that I've seen a million times, but I'm not really watching it. I just listen to it, and then I work in Photoshop. See, and then that'll stick up like that. And what I'm going to do is emboss, gold emboss on the top. So I think that'll glamour that up a little. And what maybe I'll even do is leave this open, so there'll be another spot. So there'll be one here, and then one on the side. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Let's get this inked. Ink pad. And I know I said I'm going to gold this up. I will, but I still do this part. I don't need to do the whole thing, but I like to do the edge. I have to trim that off a little bit. Oh, progress on the house is amazing. They have finished one side, all of the back, most of the other side, and half of the front. So I'm thrilled to death. It's looking really, really good. And then our masoner is supposed to come today to just do the prep work. The weather's been so crappy lately, lots of rain, and makes it hard for him to complete some projects. I guess he's totally exposed. When you're like that, you just can't do the masonry work. So he's behind on a project, and he'd hoped to start here on the 21st, but I don't think that's going to happen. But soon after, I'm sure. Anyway, he thought he would come, and I guess it's like a cement board that they put up, and then that's what they put the scratch coat on to adhere the rock to. Anyway, he's supposed to show up sometime today. He was supposed to be here yesterday, but again, weather was really bad, so yeah. I know I should do it first, but I think I better blow dry it, use my heat gun to dry that glue before I do some embossing. Something stuck on there. Okay. Now, where did I, there it is. That. I think I'm going to do this side first and see if I like it without doing it on both sides before I commit myself too much. I'm not going to use this. I'm going to use my pen. See how that looks. It looks like old gold over top of that ink. That looks cool. All right. Sorry for my arm in front of the camera like that. Yeah, that does look really cool. I will put this over here. Do you guys do that? I always cross over. I don't know why. I just do. Trying to train myself to look up every now and then, you guys, and make sure you can see everything. It's such a terrible habit I have. Alrighty, let's move that. And, ooh, it does do a funny thing to that. I thought it would. Alright, so that's gonna go like that. I love that little bit of gold there. I think it needs it on this side too, so let's go ahead and do that. What I'll do is I'll move that for now. Okay, so when you're doing something like this, don't put it down to heat it, or you're going to heat the other side back up and stick. It'll stick. And then you'll have ruined your other side. Move that out of my way. Try that. Okay, get that out of the way. One of these days I'll get myself a proper heat gun. You know, I don't really go craft shopping anymore. I don't need to. I have so much crap. So I always forget that I need a heat gun. Alright, let's get this back. I just don't like the reflection on the table. That's why I work on this. Okay, get this away. I just want to flatten it down a wee bit. Okay, so bring this back, and that's going to go there. How far up do I need to go? There we are. So it's going to get tag. I won't put it all the way in yet. Oh, is that as far as it goes? Yeah. That might be too big. Yeah, we'll do that. That's good, because then it's not really going to show on the other side too. Okay. Now this side we'll get what? Maybe a postcard. I don't know if it'll fit. Oh, perfect. Let's ink that up. Okay, that goes there. Then I've got some small tags. Okay, seriously, Cheryl. Oh, wait a minute. Maybe that instead? Yeah, I don't have that many small tags left. I guess I used quite a few of them. And it still needs something, and I'm thinking a butterfly, but maybe a butterfly with a little swirl. That'd be pretty, wouldn't it? Butterfly. Let's get my box out. Now, this is not the color I want, but it is the size I want, so I'm going to colorize it. I'm going to emboss it because it doesn't stand out over top of that one, and the other ones are too big. I don't have a small one. This one's too big, I think. Yeah, because I mean, there's no point doing the little swirl there, flourish, whatever you want to call it. So I will colorize this. Now, I've found in, you know, just goofing around with stuff with die cuts and using embossing powder, if you use embossing powder and then, if you use sprays to change the color and then try and put embossing powder over it, it doesn't always work. At least it doesn't with Lindy's. And I have a ton of those sprays, so that's what I typically use. I haven't tried it with other sprays, so that might be a little experiment that we do in a future video. Because, you know, sometimes you just, I don't know, I like to use multiple sprays to change things up. But in this case, I'm going to use an embossing powder. Let me grab my tray. And let's decide. Now we're doing a really light pink kind of in this book. I'm not sure I have one. I have a, that's not so light, but I might, oh wait, is this the same one? Chateau, nope, Chateau Rosé. Let's try that one. And I might sprinkle a little bit of gold on it, maybe. Let's see, this one is King Midas gold. Maybe. Let's try. Clean sheet out. and do my base the pink. I don't have much left of this one, but see, that's a flat Fabio, so I probably will sprinkle it with a little bit of gold. But let's do this first. These are pretty sheer, although the flat Fabios not so much. Okay, now I just want to get this stuff away because I'm going to reuse this paper. Pink everywhere, it's sticking. Okay. Just gonna do this off camera, you guys, because I don't want to move that pad. Yeah, see, I'm not loving that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna heat this up and then sprinkle some gold. It's just a wee bit too pretty. Let's see how much actually sticks. Okay. Okay, that's pretty good. And then I think it needs a third color. Or let's try something different. I haven't done this before, so you can play with me and see what happens. Let's take this and ink it up a little bit. Now, it is a permanent, but I don't know how it'll react to the embossing powder. So what I'm going to do is this, grunge it up a little bit more. So this is what occurs in my craft room all the time. I just don't usually do it on camera because sometimes my playing is a long time. And I'm going to heat it up again and see if it'll just grab that ink and hang on to it. Okay, let it cool. test. Ta-da! It works. Oh, I love that. That's pretty awesome. So it just gave a little bit of pink, a little bit of gold. That works for me. I don't know if you can see that very well. Let's get that up close to the camera. There you go. That pretty? That worked out pretty good. Happy with that. Okay. So, get this back here. Yeah, it just makes the butterfly stand out a little more. I think that one's going the wrong way. Maybe like that. Yeah, I think that's all right. Needs to be covered. Somebody called this tedious, and yeah, they're not wrong, but it's the little things. It is tedious, but I like it. It's like with anything, right? If you're getting work done in your house or whatever, you can have the basics done, but if they don't finish it, it doesn't look nice. So that's why I do what I do. I'm going to spend all this time, I want it to look nice. How's that? Should I put the butterfly completely straight? Yeah, I don't like it there. You know, it's almost too big, the butterfly, but I really don't want this one this way. I don't think so. Let's see. I could get like crazy and put two, but that's a bit overkill, I think. They're different sizes as well. I think. My stomach is really growling, but I'm determined to do my... I didn't manage to get through a full day yesterday. I don't know. It was the weather, I think, and I was feeling super hungry. Okay. Yep, I think that'll do. I think I'm going to be pretty happy with that. We all have our favorite pages, right? There's certain things that you do when you're working and you're like, oh, I love that page. And then you do another page and you're like, yeah, it's nice, but... Now that that's stuck down, I might be able to see where I want that. Maybe like that. Right there. Oh, stop growling. My stomach. Sorry, guys. I hope you can't hear that. Alright. I think it needs a little stickles in there. Let me grab my stash. Oh, maybe that color. Oh, maybe this one, because it kind of goes nice with the trim. Come on out. There we go. Oh, told you to come out, not pour out. Now that has to dry for quite a while. So I'm going to stop the video here, let this dry, go have another cup of coffee, and we'll talk soon. Bye.